Quick heads up, if you like Apex Mobile, you'll need to subscribe to my Apex Mobile channel for more Apex Mobile content. A brand new battle pass, separate levels for each legend and a perk system, unique animations for each legendary skin in the game, more skins that you've never seen before, a newly revamped store with better options for purchasing Apex packs, completely new armory system where you can compare weapons, see their stats, see how attachments affect their stats, and compare weapons side by side to see which weapons are more powerful, third person mode, team deathmatch, quick battle mode, unique ranked rewards. What you just saw there was the best new unique features in Apex Legends Mobile. Now, you may be feeling one of two things right now. You may be excited for what Apex has to come, excited for this new experience in the Apex universe, or you may be feeling a little bit disappointed. Disappointed that this is coming to mobile, but it's not in the game that you've known and loved for so many years. You may be worried that the devs are taking their eyes away from the main game to work on mobile. And it is true that mobile is the biggest thing in gaming. A mobile game can easily reach a far larger audience because mobiles are just more readily available across the globe. PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile are the bigger games. Fortnite Mobile is the bigger game than their main console and PC counterparts. But whilst that may be a fear of yours, that Apex Mobile may take away from the main game, I think that it's quite the opposite. Thankfully, the team working on Apex Mobile is completely unrelated to the team working on PC and console. There are some people within Respawn working on it specifically, but actually it's almost an entirely different team. Tencent are behind it. Tencent is a Chinese game company that are, well, the biggest game company in the world almost. They're responsible for a lot of things, but they also make it easy for game devs to release games in China and go through all of the legal hoops that need to be gone through in that environment. Now, that means, yeah, we're going to get a different experience. But it's not going to take away devs' time from the main game. And I actually think that it could be the opposite. Because what's he doing, dude?
Reloading. Smoke out.
So, as I was saying there before we got rudely interrupted by this player, is Apex Mobile is being developed by different people, so we don't have to worry about that. But when new content is added to Apex Mobile, and it will be because there's just a larger audience to please and a different sort of process in terms of like what mobile gamers like, they have a larger audience to work with. They can say, hey, look at this game mode we want to try. It's going to take some of our development time, but we know that even if only 10% of the players like this game mode and the content within it, that could still be like 100 million players. PUBG Mobile has reached over 1 billion players, and I'm pretty sure COD Mobile is along the same lines, right? So if that's the case, and they release something that's somewhat of a flop, it's not really that much of a flop in comparison to the PC and console version. So that means they can release new game modes, they can release events, they can release skins far quicker, and if something's wildly successful, then perhaps we'll even see that content in PC and console. You know, there are people on the ground working in Respawn that are involved with the Apex Mobile side of things, and they may communicate with the other development teams and say, hey, look, this content was really popular in mobile. We think you should try it in PC and console. It opens up a world of experimentation, new direction for the game, and I think that's a great thing. At the end of the day, the worst thing that could happen is the dev teams don't really interact that much, and you just don't really see Apex Mobile at all. If you just focus on the PC and console version, PC and console will do its own thing, Apex Mobile will do its own thing, and nothing really changes in that regards, right? But if that's not the case, then it has to be the case that any kind of content in Apex Mobile could be the staging, the proving grounds, the test site for the full main game. And that is exciting to me. Yes, there's a TDM mode in Apex Mobile right now. Perhaps if they see some success in mobile, it will come to Apex PC and console. Yes, there's a bunch of skins in Apex Mobile right now that aren't in PC and console, but it could also come to PC and console in the future.
Contact.
Right?
Smoke out.
I think it's a very exciting time. Now, if you're excited about Apex Mobile, then you're probably wondering different questions. You're probably not thinking, is the game going to ruin the rest of the game? Is it going to cause issues for the dev team? You're probably thinking, is Apex Mobile fun? Does it feel like Apex? And I would say that in almost all cases, it feels, sounds, looks like Apex Mobile. Apex. There's some differences. I mean, it's running the Unreal Engine. The game, the lighting feels a little different. Obviously, the graphics are nowhere near as good. They're not bad for a mobile game, but they're nowhere near as good. But the overall gun mechanics, the movement feels pretty similar. You can't do things like tap strafing in the air. Like, the velocity in the air is a little different. I mean, you actually have more ability to move freely through the air. So if you go on a jump pad, for example, and you double tap, you do your double jump. You can just change direction and then double jump, and you'll carry your momentum. So it's like tap strafing isn't there, but it's just built into the core movement that it's not really even... You wouldn't need to tap strafe because you can just do it by looking where you want to go and jump. So, yeah, there's differences, but it's still the same game. It's still the same legends, still the same abilities. There are differences. There's perks, which we saw at the start of this video, which are quite interesting. I don't really think that they will ever be a major thing in the game. I don't think they'll ever come to PC and console either. Oh. Got some friends here, I believe. If we can find them. Yeah, it's the same game in many regards.
Reloading. Firing.
And I think that if you can bear playing on a touchscreen, you might just like it. Okay, got two of them down. I personally like first person, but I thought I'd play it in third person to just showcase what it's like. There is a first person, exclusive first person mode where third person just isn't even an option. So in that case, you can literally just, you know, you can play sort of a more competitive experience. There's a ranked system, you know, you can get Apex Predator and all that. It's very similar to the main game. But what we're playing right now is third person. It's a great way to just practice the game because honestly, most of the players are actually AI in third person mode. Great way to run around, get used to the touch controls. So if you want to do that, yeah, there's a card on screen now that kind of explains how to get this game. Because right now, it is only available in 10 different countries, but if you have a VPN, you can easily just download it on iOS and Android. I forgot about this secret little passage here. This was always here, I remember. Before they changed the map. Kings Canyon will drop soon as well, in 20 days. So maybe we'll have a look at that. The original Kings Canyon of Skull Town. So that's pretty fun. They have a lot of the same features as mobile, PC and console as well. Like they have emotes and all that stuff. Pretty cool. It's not bad. It is not bad. I enjoy it. But I guess that, like, I think there's a lot of people out there that just couldn't even stand playing on a mobile device. And I do understand that. There's a lot of people also think that mobile games just aren't games. And I don't know. I feel like that used to be a thing in the past, you know. Like people would play Candy Crush and games that are more like just simple casual games. And it's like, it doesn't compare to a first-person shooter or anything. But the world has changed, you know. Gaming on mobile is a thing. It's a big thing in a lot of the world. So I think that if you can get over the sort of difficulty of learning how to play on a touchscreen, it just opens up more fun for you, for an Apex fan, you know? Who knows what kind of content we could get in this game.
Gotta hop
It's
up
going to be a
here.
lot of fun.
Select fire.
I'm excited. Another thing is you may notice that the weapons are weirdly balanced. Like we have a 36 round R301. Whoa.
Enemy down.
And you can also move whilst looting. Can you believe that? Oh no. Alright friends, I think we'll call it there. I'm still learning this game, but hopefully you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and if you do like mobile content, check out my main mobile channel. See you all in the comments. Cheerio!